By George, I think I've got it. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Do this. Hello, everybody. Oh, we got to have my crown on board. Good morning, Jen. How's everybody doing this morning? Okay, remove. All right. I'm trying to get my Instagram set up now, too. Talk about a weird morning. Oh, Mercury's retro. Good morning, Coco. How's everybody doing this morning? I know, right, Eileen? I couldn't do last Thursday because, oh my goodness. It's like one thing after another over here. There we go. I think I'm all set up on the others. Oh, thanks for being part of my team, friends. All right. So I've got everything set up, I think. That was too hard. Like normally I could just like done, done, done. What are we drinking? What are we sipping on? I've got my hubby went out of his way to find my favorite Celsius watermelon lemonade. I'm super excited about this. So yeah. How's everybody doing? Happy spring almost. It's of course today it's like gray and windy and like the wind whistling through the windows today. And we have pretty awesome windows. Hi, Mark. How are you? Good to see you, spiritual plumber. Oh, thank you very much, Eileen. Appreciate you so much. So today, good morning, Kara. Good morning. What are you guys drinking? What are you guys sipping on? I got my Celsius as usual, and I'm rocking my amazing Ameren crown. Okay, go. Liquid IV, sugar-free Red Bull. All right. What else you guys got going on? Good morning, Tammy. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Michelle. I see you're in the house. And look, I am all teed up. I'm ready to go with my stuff. Celsius, it might be. Although I was just in the Caymans and had some. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Why am I on an early live today? It's not, Lucas. We're daylight savings time happened a couple weeks ago. So that's normal time for me, actually. Remember the time change. Good morning, Kim. Radio Bear's like raining in May, but snowbanks are gone. Heck yes. I know. Well, and you know what? I know, Michelle, you're saying you can't wait for the crown, this French fry crown. I know that Kat has other orders on her back burner, but she also has she said she's trying to find the materials for it. So she has to find some place to do like make the actual French fries. And I'm thinking maybe do like resin even. Like if somebody can make resin, like just fake French fries. I don't know. I feel like it could be done. Flush your kidneys out. That's funny. The crown, this one's a little heavier than my others, but it's not terrible. I'm good with wearing a heavier crown. It reminds me of my queenliness. So we got a lot going on this weekend. I'm going to be in Akron, Ohio, friends. I'll be in Akron, Ohio this weekend doing an event there. Right, Mark? Oh, yikes. Make sure you guys are following Spiritual Plumber, by the way. Awesome medium out of Scotland. So it'll be in Akron, Ohio. And it's so weird because in their area, their version of seance is definitely not my version of seance. But so they're advertising that I'm doing a seance. And so if you're coming, it's not like the seance that we would normally expect, I guess. So I need to check something here. There we go. I couldn't see. Okay, good. Sorry, I was checking my checking out my stuff here. Um, so I'll be doing, but I'm going to be doing a channeled writing. And there's a number of you in here that watch regularly that have already taken these classes. Hi, Yessie. And I'm doing a spooky night, sort of. So tonight, not tonight, tomorrow night, I'm going to be kicking it off with platform demonstration, but they call that seance, which I truly don't understand. But I mean, every region is different. Everybody's got their own gig. So that's cool. I just told them what I do and what I don't do. And so we're doing platform mediumship along, and I'm going to be side by side with the owner. His name's Brian. If you go back and watch my, if you go back and watch my video that's pinned, it's like 14,000 views on it. Then you'll see like that whole thing where I had the ghost come in. Right, Kim, exactly. But I don't understand because it's in Ohio and you like you say seance, I would think that'd be scarier than or scarier. And it's not a church. No, it's just like a cute little shop. It's called the Healing Brew. They do all kinds of cool psychic events and stuff like that. Did anybody else catch that? Did anyone else catch that? Okay, so if you're in TikTok, you would have caught it. I'm just saying, I need to change this. I switch this around. I'm just saying. Mm-hmm. You know, fries with that. So doing platform mediumship. It's so Mark, you know how when people come in and they just drop their question, they don't read the room, they don't read your intro. I'm not getting French fries furniture, Lucas. I'm not doing all that. I think we're going to stop with the crown and potentially a shirt. I think a potential shirt is in order. Eileen's like, I saw nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. So if somebody comes in and drops their question, instead of reading the room when we're having a discussion, we're not talking about anything. Yeah, someone did it. It is. Michelle sent that to me also, and it is musical. It actually plays music. So it is now my squirrel and my French fries flank me here. Yes, we do, Mark. We do need to catch up. But that's just because you're my friend, my brother from another mother. Yeah. Anyway, so I tell people I'm not a drive-through medium. You don't just pull up and yell your order into something, right? And sweatpants, oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Jenny, that's actually genius. You got to hear it. Okay, you guys want to hear my music? I think it's the song The Entertainer, the old school song The Entertainer. It is. I'm going to take this tag off. Wait. How funny is that? I love it. It's ice cream truck music, which makes it even creepier, sort of. Hi, hello, Jackie. Hello, Wendy. Thank you, Kylie. So I know. So instead, when people pull up to the drive-through, at least you wait till they say, how can I help you? Before you go, French fries! And just yell into the speaker, right? So my phrase is, when people come in and they drop their question without reading the room, without seeing what's going on, without seeing, what are we talking about here? People just drop their question. Then I'm like, do you want fries with that? And so my friend Michelle Plum Crazy actually made me mugs that say, would you like fries with that? I got a mug and a tumbler. How funny, Mark. I have the best fans, man. I have the best friends. And then she also sent me the French fries. And now Kat is currently my crown maker is currently working on finding materials to make me a French fries with like little salt and ketchup things. Yeah. So anyway, that's where we are. That's what we're doing. Hello, Rebecca. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. And Jenny has a great idea. She said I could do sweatpants like the container, so red sweatpants basically, and then the shirt being like the French fries. How funny is that? Aaron Brew. Did I say that right? Aaron Brew. Aaron Brew. As opposed to Iron Brew. Aaron Brew. My good friend from Aberdeen tried to teach me how to say it. I love her. Aaron Brew. It's the national drink of Scotland. So we're talking about spring equinox, friends. Second one was it. Aaron Brew. Bruh. So, by the way, my 5-year-old students yesterday start all of a sudden calling me bruh. And I'm like, call me bruh again. See if you don't do push-ups in your tap shoes. Little disrespectful punks. No, I just give them a hard time. They're like, bruh. I'm like, you should say Miss Bruh. They're like 5. I'm like, what older sibling just taught you that? Because they were all obsessed with it. Yes, Lucas, that I understand the crown was your idea. Thank you. So the pool is filling up tomorrow and open house is at. Oh, that's fun, Lucas. Very cool. Bruh. Pronounce the R's in the words. Bruh. Bruh. I know. Bruh. Bruh. Aaron. Bruh. Aaron. Bruh. Bruh. Okay. That's my Scottish lessons. Good morning, Alicia. I was just talking about you this morning. Saying I need to check on you. I was actually going to message you after the show. Spring Equinox. Okay, welcome everybody. For those of you who are new here, make sure you're following me. Make sure you're following my friend Mark. And I am on all the platforms. Make sure you follow me at Lorena Carmedium on your YouTube, your Instagram, and because we are still not in the clear with the TikTok situation. So make sure you're following me on other platforms. I just got my notification that I can sign on now for Neptune. I'm a Neptune beta tester. So I'm going to that's on my list of things to do today is to get that app download or become the beta tester, one of the beta testers for Neptune. This is going to be another platform that I think is going to do really well and it treats their creators really well. So I'm excited to start beta testing this. So make sure, keep an eye out for that. I believe it launches in October, or not in October, in April. So check it out. Let's talk about spring equinox. It's magical. Spring equinox is magical, right? And what is for Americans only? Oh, Neptune, it might be. I think it's going to launch in America, but it'll go elsewhere. It's going to be in the App Store. It'll be in the Apple Store in April. And then by summer, it'll be in Android and other devices. So it might be a worldwide thing, actually. I don't know, actually. Well, I mean, it only had 90 days extended, and that's coming up. So keep that in mind. And as long as it's still here, I will keep doing TikTok. I'm going to keep building my platforms everywhere else. Nothing's set in stone. Like nothing's been met as far as the requirements. They just gave it an extension for 90 days. It's not that it was saved. It's just extended, delayed. Okay. So spring is all about balance. It's about renewal. Thank you, Regina. It's my Amarin crown. Um, it's about powerful energetic shifts. I know like right now we're in Mercury retrograde, which I don't think this time it's going to affect my sign. I need to look at the list of signs it affects. I don't think Leo is one of them. I could be wrong. So far, it's been okay. So far, no major faux pas is happening in my life. But with spring, this is a time for renewal. It's like, how do you, a lot of times we'll refresh our wardrobe. I got my new crown on, right? And also I was sick. I was so sick last week before the trip. Spring equinox and have such powerful urge to move out of Kansas. Yeah, I could see why. And whether you're refreshing like your plant, like you're planting seeds, it's still cold here, so probably not. Cleaning, opening your windows. So like yesterday, it was really nice out. So I just left the back door open, let the dog kind of come and go. And I had some cleaning, I had some learning. I had my SEO class that I was taking. Ah, look at this crown. Alicia, thank you. I've not seen that one. That was amazing. So for those of you not on the TikTok platform, Alicia just gave me a crown gift. It was a virtual crown. It was amazing, beautiful. I need those in my life, like all the time. Anyway, some people will like plant their gardens. Some people will, I'm a leave the door open. Right? It perfectly fit my head. Thank you, Alicia. That was amazing. Some people actually take that as time to tap into their ancient ancestors and look into their ancestry and look at the progress of growth. Okay, spring equinox is a time of reevaluation. How are we, do a little energy check. Have we been in hibernation since, the solstice, since winter solstice, right? What kind of intentions are you setting? So let's talk about that. What kind of intentions are you setting for spring? What are we doing? Talk to me about what we're doing. How are you cleansing your environment, clearing your energy? Sun, but sun. I love it. And are you feeling this energetic shift? Eating healthier? Kylie's eating healthier. What are you guys doing over in all one of you in the Instagram? I'm just flabbergasted by it. I did a show last night. I was a guest on a show. This lady normally has like a couple hundred people in her room, and we had like 7. I'm telling you, the socials do not like me, period. That's not me whining. That's just me saying how it is. I can't get more than 25 people in a room to save my life. And on my other platforms, I'm lucky to get 5 at a time. Amazing to me. It's the pot of gold. Look at that. So fun. I was traveling on St. Patrick's Day. Still drinking Jameson in the airport, though. You got to do what you got to do. And I know, Lucas, you're here, and I appreciate that. You are here all the time, every week. But I don't think the socials, the algorithms like me very much. So spring for me is allergies. Hi, Katie. Nice to see you. Allergies. Like I'm feeling the asthma today. What the heck? I'm just going to chalk that up to I'm like still fighting the flu that I had. Thank you, Lucas. What does spring mean to you? How are you stepping into that spring energy? And also tap the screen, you guys. Tap the screen if you're in TikTok. You got your passport yesterday, Jenny? Yes. Awesome. Yep, allergies there too, Christy. Yeah, I feel that. Haven't here for a while. Finally, free morning. Oh, good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. Yay, Krista. I know my allergies are terrible, but it's worth the warmth, just in healing mode. Yes. So yes, you are healing. You are healing, Alicia. Hopefully everything's going okay since your surgery. Bird feeder mom. I love that. I bet the cats do too. They're like, bring us lunch, mama. Bring us some lunch. So let's see what else. Spring means flowers, enjoying the yard work. Excellent. I have like a lot of skin allergies. So I used to love doing yard work. I grew up like on out my grandparents had property and we'd always help with stuff. I would always end up wheezing, eyes swollen. I get skin allergies, so I was all swollen. It just never ends well. Now I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna look out the window. I love being outside. But did you hear that? Like my asthma's kicking in. I don't like it. Oh, it's of course it's snowing. And we'll probably still get more snow here. Better yet, we'll probably get an ice storm. And my ears itch. That means either somebody's talking about me or allergies. All right. Yeah, weather's confused in spring. Yes. But that's normal in Indiana for us. Like it could snow until mid-May. It'd be weird, but it could. Getting organized. Okay. Keep a good to-do list. Again, yep. 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 I love that. I am getting better about writing down like my things I have to accomplish in a day. And if I don't get stuff done, then I move and when I go to the next page, my little spiral notebook, then I will carry over what I didn't get done. Um, no, it's not done, Lucas. Um, so anyway, so spring equinox. Seriously, this is crazy. I haven't had asthma in a while. Yep, spring cleaning, all that good stuff, right, Kenzie? Um, and if we're looking at it from an introspection point of view, in the winter, we were working on clearing out the end of the year, like all the old stuff, getting rid of what's no longer working for us, recognizing energetically what is debris and what is necessary to go into our next season, right? Love seeing the red bud trees blooming. Can't wait till dogwood trees bloom. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Bradford pears, but at least they're pretty, I guess. Yeah, they affect mine too. Um, winter is all about introspection, right? And um, oh, okay. All right, good for you, Jenny. And yeah, I need to follow up with you. How'd your surgery go? We could talk. Text me later. Um, marking the transition from winter's introspection to spring's action, renewal, jumping in and being about doing. And as a big Leo energy, I'm all about doing. I am an action-oriented person. I will say winter is nice for that time of just reflecting and figuring out what internal work have I been doing. So let's talk about that. Let's do a little reflection. Since tomorrow is technically first day of spring, um, tell me, what is it that you feel you discovered about yourself in this time of winter? What have you discovered, and what have you decided? Okay, I've worked through this. It's time to let this go. And what are you bringing with you? Let's talk about that. Spring is energy. Energy is life to me. I come awake, and so does the earth, and I'm Aries. Yes. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense for you, Krista. I'm definitely more of a summer girl because obviously I'm like struggling over here breathing with my allergies. That's what we had, like tornadoes yesterday. Not me texting the wine vault going, hey, I don't have a basement. I'll be in your basement if there's a tornado whipping through here. Not a bad place to be stuck. At the basement of a wine vault. It's not a bad place at all. So what have we learned about ourselves over winter that we're carrying forward? I want to hear. Talk to me. Tell me. I'm trying to do this in a way that I'm not talking about just myself, by the way. I want to hear what you guys have to say. What is it that you guys are doing? What is it that you have realized in these times of winter introspection? Set up a lot of boundaries throughout fall and winter, trying to stop being a people pleaser. Yes, I love that for you, Michelle. Deleting old programming. Woo! Yes, Regina. You know what? You guys should follow Regina. She's a really good soul coach. I've been loving your videos. Like, I mean, you're starting to pop up more on my FYP. Doing some coaching. Learning to say no because I matter to. Yes. New here, radical acceptance of self. I love that. I don't think it's radical. I think we just say acceptance of self. It shouldn't be radical. If you think about it, us radical women always thinking about ourselves. Um, Trying to be more confident, just rested. Hey, blonde babe, you want some fries with that? Understanding what people think of you is none of your business. And yes, stopping the people pleasing. Right. Okay. Started really exercising, cutting out soda, stop worrying so much. Excellent. Discover the need to be more consistent, getting up at 5 a.m. Oh, oof, paying forward my newfound self awareness. Yes, I do love that part. I mean, good for you for get up at 5 a.m. Mm-mm, no, Regina caught that. New growth ideas. Some things are not worth the effort, so I release them. Yes, Kenzie. Yes, I love that for you. Love that. Hone my discernment to a T and I trust it and act on it. Good. And you know what, Krista? I know you've been on that journey for a long time. So kudos to you for like really owning that, really stepping into that. Um, Stopped caring what work people think about me in regards to jealousy of my growth. Yes. That's a big deal. Like people think that, work is no big deal. Like you just put on a different hat, but that's not true when we spend the majority of our time there. Making a plan of action, working towards those goals. Yes, Alicia. Okay, see you, Regina. Thank you. Okay. Learning to master your emotions. All this crying is exhausting. Yes, Kelly, I get that. Yes, that's huge. That is huge. You don't like it, but it's your favorite time once you're awake. It's that liminal space where I find the most divine inspiration. Yes, tenacity, unapologetically working on self improvement. Good for you, Ashley. Being selfish. So here's the thing. I want to challenge, especially you women. I want you to challenge yourself to stop using words like selfish, radical. It's not selfish to work on ourselves, right? Do you need to come to another space? Let's see anybody's comments. Because you're one of two in Instagram, Krista. There's 5 between my YouTube and Facebook. And then I'm on TikTok where there's a whole 28. So you can, and that's why I'm trying to read everybody's out loud. So that way, whatever platform you're on, you can be part of the conversation. So like really, why should it be radical that we're working on ourselves? Why should that be deemed radical, right? Good morning, Kim. Why should it be selfish? Hi, Lee. Good morning. Why should it be? And this is what we're programmed, by the way. I'm not shaming you. This is what we're programmed, right? Oh, good. Hi, Krista. We're programmed to believe that it's radical to work on ourselves, that it's selfish to work on ourselves, when it's our job. Let that sink in. As humans, it's our job to worry about and mind our business and to worry about ourselves, right? Okay. So why would we have extreme words for that? Selfish, radical. All right. So I want you, like, one of the things I would challenge you on this spring equinox is your dialogue. Recognizing the words that we use, because words matter. Words are intent. You hate feeling guilty, wanting better for yourself. I know it's so legitimate, especially women, Gen X women. And that's not to say that millennials and Gen Z and Gen Alpha, like, it's not that they don't get that. They get a little trickle down from us. But I'm telling you, I think boomers and Gen X especially, we were told if we thought we looked good, we were arrogant. If we were confident, we were arrogant. If we needed to do something for ourselves, it was radical, it was over the top. If we had feelings, "Oh, we're just being so extra," right? And thank you. Thank you, Absi. Um, our language about ourselves and to ourselves matters. It really does. And I would say as we're wrapping up winter, heading into spring, what is it that we've been saying to ourselves? What inner dialogue or even external dialogue have we had with ourselves that we somehow feel like we need to justify our existence, justify our self-improvement, justify what words? Let's come up with, let's brainstorm words. Let's brainstorm words right now. What words can we use that are a healthier dialogue that would replace like radical or selfish? Yeah. Or arrogant. What do you think? What words can we use? Respectful, empowering. That's one of my favorite words. Even when I do readings for people, I'm like, I'm not here to tell your future. I'm here to empower you to create an amazing future. Self-care. Yes, 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 yes. Keep them coming. What else? Yes, Amy, I meant to acknowledge your comment, by the way. Informed. Ooh, I love that. And by the way, Emozen is an actual certified psychologist. She's amazing. Acceptance, disciplined. Ooh, I like that one. Serious. Uh-oh, somebody's got words flagged. I will take that. I'll take those off. Honoring self, allowing. Ooh, I love that. I love that, Lee. Allowing, yep. Dynamic, courage, mindful, tuned in, influential. Yes, I love influential. Because not only are we working to improve ourselves, we can actually set a great example for others just by living by example, right? By setting the tone. Thank you, Lee. These filters are amazing. They make me look amazing. They're not as poppy over on the other. Magical. That's one of my favorite words. That's one of my favorite words, you guys. Magical. How can you be magical today? Spring is magical. You know, so is winter. Winter has its own magic. It's got its own thing, right? Unapologetic. Yes, Sabrina. What else? What other words? What other words are we using to replace things like radical, selfish, confident, tenacious, motivational, restituti for myself? I like it. I love it. Diligent, aware, self-love, mystic. Ooh, I love the mystic. Yes, free. Yeah, thank you, Yessie. Thank you, Yessie. Warrior. Ooh, you know, one of my cars, actually, we named it the Celtic Warrior. We name our cars. It's what we do. Expansive. Ooh, I love that word. Expansive. Magical, mystical, expansive. Okay, mystic. Great world. Hello, somebody. Yes, 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 yes. Diligent, aware. I love it, love it, love it. Self-love, mystic. Enchant. Ooh, enchanted. I love it. See, these are all really great words that we can use to describe ourselves. And when we are working on ourselves, as we're being mindful about, look at all the work we just did in winter. Okay. We went dormant. We worked on ourselves. We've done all the things for ourselves. Did we get every single thing done? Maybe not. Is that okay? Absolutely. Absolutely. And as we transition into spring, supersized royal, Jenny, you crack me up. I love that. As we transition into spring and we start reinventing ourselves, you know what? If my skin in 4 to 6 weeks can have full turnover, my skin's metabolism can have full turnover, why can't my attitude? Why can't my full existence, if my skin, literally my skin, I used to work for Clinique, fun fact, and our skin's cycle is 4 to 6 weeks. That's why they tell you when you start a new regimen, like a new skin regimen, give it 4 to 6 weeks. It's not that they're just trying to sell you all the crap and keep you sucked in. It's literally how your skin works, our skin's metabolism. We talked about physical and spiritual DNA a couple weeks ago on the show. Same thing. Think about where you were 5 years ago. How different are you? How different are you right now? Even bigger challenge. How different were you a year ago? How different were you even just a year ago? Unrecognizable, right, Angel? Like I know for me a year ago, I'd say my big journey, my big transformation was 2 years ago. It started in 2020, but big transformation 2 years ago, starting with weight loss. And if you go back, I would challenge you to go back and watch my old videos, like just scroll. Yeah, it'll take you a second. Go back and scroll through my old videos. You'll see how different I look. So different. I actually have an fMRI scan of my brain evidencing that mindfulness and meditation has increased. I'm waiting. Yay, Yessie, you should be worthy. You are amazing, girl. Like, you're probably one of the most amazing humans I know. Size of my prefrontal cortex, which is what meditation does. Did you know that, friends? Did you know that meditation will actually expand your prefrontal cortex? It's right here, the science. The science says it. I love that. You wish you could go back to 2020. I don't. I do not. But I've never been one to look back either. It interrupted the diamond pattern in your brain. Interesting. I want to talk more about that. Krista, text me later. I want to have you on here. There's a reason you came in here. I want to have you on my show. And actually, your name popped into my head 3 days ago. And I was like, oh, I need to reach out to Krista. Don't know why. I hadn't seen any of your videos or anything, I don't think. Oh, that's not true. I see all your opinions. And I'm like, yes, like. You and I are definitely on the same page. But I think it'd be really cool to have you on here, Krista, and talk about the science behind some of this stuff. And what you see as a practicing psychiatrist or psychologist and therapist. Yeah. Very still me, just more self-aware. Yes, Sabrina. So I really feel like we have an opportunity with every season to reinvent ourselves if we want. I know my relationship with food is completely different. And I still mourn the loss of some of those things that I don't crave anymore. I mentally mourn the loss of things that I didn't realize I was addicted to. You know? Well, yes, I have worked with you. That client still is finding your information about, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay, we have to talk about that too, if it's okay with her, of course. Interesting. I felt like I was getting a download of information. That's bizarre. That was kind of cool. I wonder what this is for. Do you guys ever get that? Especially those of you who practice. Like, you just get a download, but you don't know what it's for, but you just feel it, like, energetically settle in. And you're like, ooh, wait. Where's that coming from? And how do I use that? And what's that going to be? Interesting. I'm like, really, you felt it too? Okay. I love that. I'm really curious to see why that's coming in. The barometric pressure seems to shift like validation. Oh, yeah, it did. That's exactly what it felt like. Now in Indiana, though, that could be like, is that spirit or are we getting a tornado? Should I look out my window? Should I see what's happening here? We never know what's happening. here in Indiana. When the barometric pressure changes, we get concerned. We're like, "Do anybody feel that? I feel like I should be in my basement." Now, lucky for you guys, if there was a tornado outside, I'm in the safest part of my house right now. We could just stay alive. That's how it would work. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? Let's just take a second to imagine, like, well, there's a tornado outside, but I'm in my bricked wine room. I got wine. I got Celsius. I got crystals and a crown. Woo, let's ride this out. Oh my gosh, I'm cracking myself up. All right. Um, so let's do a little experiment. You guys want to do a little exercise? Oh my gosh, a blizzard. That tracks, Yessie. Like we're this whole Midwest thing is just crazy. I do not, but would you like fries with that? Thank you for asking at least. I don't. I'm not even doing readings right now. Let's do a little experiment. Every butcher shop in Kansas. Oh my gosh, you crack me up. Let's do a fun exercise. So let's take a moment and oh, same, Krista. Close your eyes for a minute. Take a few deep breaths. Breathing in deeply into your lungs. And I want you to imagine that you're standing in a field at sunrise on the equinox. Okay, so you're imagining that you're standing in a field, the sun is rising on the first day of spring. You feel warmth, you're smelling fresh earth, you're hearing birds singing. What emotions come up? What's the first three emotions that you feel? What's the first thing? And I want you to just say it in your mind. Don't type it. What is it that first comes up for you? And I want you to take a deep breath in and hold on to that emotion and hold on to that feeling. And I want you to allow that to permeate all the way through your body. Is it hope? Is it sun? Is it excitement? Is it renewal? What's that feeling? Is it balance? What comes up for you? And I want you to take that word and expand it through your whole body, through your whole physical body. And now I want you to expand it into your etheric body, into your aura. Allow it to just flow through you and expand you. And I want you to become one with that word, one with that feeling. And then as you breathe out, I want you to recognize that it's now part of your cell structure. It's part of who you are. It doesn't leave with your breath. It's just part of who you are. Let's try that again. Now we're going to take another deep breath in. What's your other word? What's another word that comes to mind with that spring equinox as you're standing in the field watching the sun come up and feeling that warmth, that renewal? What's that other word you're feeling? I want you to breathe it into existence. Breathe it into your body, into your physical body, into your cells, into your DNA, into your organs, into your mind. And now allow that to expand into your etheric body and feel, embody that word. Allow that word to become part of who you are on this spring equinox. And as you take that deep breath in and expand and feel that expansion, you're going to breathe out and allow that energy to go out into the world as well and share with everybody around you. How did that feel? How did that feel to embody a word or embody a feeling? Embody, what word did you imagine? What words did you guys come up with? Expansive joy. Ooh, good one. What else, what words did you guys feel? What did you feel? What words did you integrate it? Ooh, I love it. What words came to mind? Power and calm. Ooh, I love it. What word came to mind as you were imagining standing in that field and the sun was coming up? And as you imagine, as you feel that word and you embody it, hi, Nicole. Make sure to say hi so people can follow you. Make sure you guys follow Nicole Intuitive Medium. And thank you. Relief and release. Yes, Wendy. Yes. Make sure you guys follow Nicole. I love her. By the way, Nicole, I know I've never actually been in, I come into your lives all the time, but I don't try to speak a lot in there because you're busy. You remind me so, so much of one of my really good friends. And I just love seeing your energy. It makes me want to like text her as soon as I see you. Joy, beginnings, growth and expansion, excitement, joy, peace. Yes. What other words? Of course. Well, I try not to interrupt because I feel like it's weird when other people with medium come into other mediums rooms and like just start chit chatting. Like, you know what I mean? Like I try not to be all about me. But a lot of times I will actually have you while you're doing readings, I'll just keep you on and just listen while I'm doing stuff. It's my way of supporting. Um well, usually you're doing readings, and that's to me, that's rude. I don't want to energetically up, do the things, right? Look at these fun gifts. Thank you, friends. Thank you. What other words came to mind when you did that? When you did that? Um, what other words that came? That's what I doing all the time. Yeah, okay. Peace and calm. Esoteric excitement. Ooh, Kelly. Yes, I love that. Esoteric excitement. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So these are ways that you can like take advantage of the spring equinox, like that sense of renewal. Give yourself visual things, and if you're not a visual person, how do you, oh, good one, Lucas, relax, good one. How do you embody? Oh, yes. Okay, Nicole. So what we did was we're talking about spring equinox and how in the winter we were deep diving, we were introspective. And with this being spring equinox, what are we embodying? What are we embracing? What energy are we taking on? And so what we did is a little experiment where you close your eyes and you imagine you're in a field where you're seeing the sun come up on spring equinox. You hear the birds, you feel the warmth of the sun. It's the dawn of a new day, dawn of a new season. The first word that comes into your mind, whether it's peace, calm, love, magic, whatever the word is, you wear it and you embody it and you breathe it in and allow that feeling that came with that word to permeate through your body, through your physical body, through your mental body, and then expand into your etheric body. Yeah. So we were just embracing the word that comes with whether it's expansion, it's growth, whatever it is, magical. Yeah. Fun fact, I was new and I ordered fries on Nicole's live before I understood. Oops. Oh. So that's so funny as we finding Nicole. I would never found all of you. Oh, I love that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that connection was there. I love that. But fries with that. I love my French fry merch. I showed my husband. He was just like, it's weird. Like, listen, it wasn't for you. Anyway, feeling free. I love that. Okay. You ordered fries. That's hysterical. World. Yep. I went into a live and ordered up some French fries. Oh my God, that made me so happy. Makes me so happy. Nicole and I have very similar philosophies when it comes to, I love your videos lately, Nicole. You're just like, when people come in and they just drop all their information. But I'm like, yes, he's like, I'll take a spicy chicken sandwich. But also on Thursdays, I tend to wanna go get french fries. I don't even like french fries that much, but I crave them after my show. Yes, we do. We do. Now, Nicole, are you out of curiosity? Nicole's another one I'd love to get on my show. Just saying. So if you ever wanna come on and, like, chit chat about things, you're from you have a spiritualist background, correct? Or you're just so much like my friend who is a spiritualist. That's why I'm confusing. I feel like you and I have very similar backgrounds, and she's served on you. Lucas is ready. He's ready for the fries. What does that mean? Oh, spiritualist background, like, oh, I guess you would know, like, spiritualist meaning, like, spiritualist community, like, I hate saying church, but because it's not a religion, um, but, like, Camp Chesterfield is where I've gotten a lot of my training. But you remind me so much of my friend, and she is a spiritualist minister. She's a reverend, actually. So, yeah, Nicole, message me because I feel like you're a person I would have on my show too, to talk about things like boundaries and ethics. One of my favorite things, um, is when people try to come in and they're like, "I need you to read my boyfriend." I'm like, "I'm not doing that." Meditation mostly, Church of Meditation. Yep. Okay, cool. Let's I wrote a note. We'll message. I know, right? It would be a great listen or a great chat. I do like connecting to other mediums who are strong in their boundaries, who are strong in their training, who um, are respectful of spirit, and their main goal is to give spirit a voice, right? That's what our goal should be as mediums is we are giving spirit a voice, right? Myself included, apparently, you shouldn't turn around in someone's driveway either, or just anyone bump it or jump your car. Oh, yeah, that's probably not a good idea, Kelly. But that's a great analogy, actually. So, and I do try, I'm finding that my circle is getting smaller of people that I share space with energetically, um, because of their boundaries or their lack thereof is what grabbed my attention. I had to follow. Yeah, my circle's getting smaller. I'm not invited on people's shows anymore. I used to be back when I don't know if you guys remember, if I don't most people quit following me or not quit following me, haven't been around for a while, but back when I first started, I was part of a very big group of people that all that group ended up splitting. And then they all acted like I needed to choose. And I'm like, no, because y'all are crazy. Um, so you just invite them in, Sandy. You just invite them in. So I just kind of do my own thing now, but also you gotta you gotta wear a crown to be in my circle. Oh, you just meditate. You can meditate. Close your eyes. Invite them in. Ask them to show you a sign. Did a circle purge in 2021? I've been a whirlwind spiritual journey ever since. That's amazing. I did the same thing. I did the same thing. All right, so let's get back to talk about spring equinox. But actually, honestly, that's part of it. Like, did you take the last 3 months to figure out who gets to stay in the circle and who doesn't? Let's talk about that energetically. Who got the boot? You know, there are people in my life that I have created some distance from. Did I say it to them? No, just in my actions. I don't need to create the discourse, right? Um, but you know, some of them are I may or may not be related to because they've made choices. They've made choices, and those choices are not in my best interest or my own sanity and are actually very, very hurtful. And so, have I cut people off? No, but I've created safe distance. And if they were to ask me, like, "Are you like intentionally stepping away?" Then I would have those conversations, and I would say why, um, in a respectful way, of course. but in a very self-advocating way. But what I have learned over the winter is that introspection of understanding like the dynamic of why I don't get along with my siblings. Why don't we get along? Why don't my own children get along? Um, and why didn't my mom get along with her sister? Why didn't my grandparents get along with their siblings? And I look at both sides of my, I never had a chance. I never had a chance of having a close family because that's not what the expectation was. Yeah. Um, or the expectation was, well, do as we say. And if you step outside of that, then you clearly don't love us and you're going to be disowned. I grew up knowing I'd be disowned for something. I knew because I was told regularly I'd be disowned. So if I made certain choices, whether it was dating certain people or being a certain way, yeah. But that's how that generation controlled us. So everything was conditional. So what I realized in this time of winter and my own introspection is there was a lot of self-reflection on how did that affect me and how should it affect me going forward? How can I take that knowledge? So here I am standing in my field, watching the sunrise, saying, I love the word that somebody said, acceptance. I'm accepting me for who I am, accepting me for where I am in my journey. Yeah. So, I mean, like, I'm accepting that I'm not perfect. I'm never going to be perfect. None of us are. For God's sake, when we cross over and go into spirit, we're still learning in spirit. I love that, Michelle. Rise. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that word. Yeah, good one. I'm in a number 2 personal year, so I'm learning how to play nice with others. Also, how to know there's a filter. Watch. I have lips on my Celsius. I'm a wild stallion. Stop trying to turn me into a show pony. Yes, Kelly, that's perfect. I love that analogy. Yikes. 2 truths can exist at the same time. Yes, Angel. So Michelle, good luck. As a personal year number 9, good luck. That year that I had mine, oh my gosh. That's the year that all my circles, all the people I was doing spiritual work with, I was in lives with everybody. Like I was going live 4 and 5 times a week. I was in other people's lives. I was doing my own. I had guests. Like I felt popular. Within 1 month's time. It went from one person started a rumor about me, then everyone went away. And it was legit a lie. It was like a legit lie. And all those people went away. It was crazy. And that was all in that number 9 year. Yeah. So, and then as I transitioned into the number 1 year, I had to do a lot of self-healing and understand that my journey here on social media and had to be different. That I did need to stand on my own 2 feet. I didn't need to be codependent on others. And I see that happening a lot. I see people who refuse to go live by themselves. They always have to have someone else, if not 2 or 3 people. Always. And I don't think that's necessary. I think if you want to stand in your own power, you got to show that you can do it with other people as well as yourself. But I don't know if you know this about me. I'm not really a follower. I need to be center of attention, solo lives. Yes, but you know what's funny, Nicole? Wait, are you a Leo? I feel like I know this about you. I can't remember if I know this about you or not. Oh, I love you, Krista. Message me later today and we'll talk dates. Jen, that totally tracks for you, being a Libra, by the way. Wait, are you're a Libra? Or are you saying that you're saying Nicole's a Libra? So anyway, Leos like to be the center of attention. That's who we are. That's how we roll. Oh, both of you are Libra. Okay. Oh, that does track actually for you. You're so calm. And you do remind me a lot of Carrie. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense with the strong Leo because you won't find Libra anywhere in my chart. There's literally nothing balanced about me. I have Leo, Taurus, and Aries. Yeah, those are my top three. Leo, Taurus, and Aries. Whole lot of fire and stomping my feet. Alyssa, you crack me up. You're like, drives me crazy. I'm in a house full of Leos. I got my husband's a Leo, oldest of the siblings. I'm a Leo, oldest of the siblings. My oldest is a redhead Leo, oldest of the siblings. My business partner, she's the oldest, but she's a Virgo. So we actually do really well together. I work well. I play nicely with Virgos and Libras. I love Libras too. I know. I know. And then my other two are Gemini, and they're 2 years and 2 days apart. Isn't that crazy? What a crazy house we lived in. My kids moved out and they were just like, when we go to other people's houses, nobody's as loud as we ever were. I'm like, well, that tracks. We're just loud people. Not now. Now that my kids are out of the house, we're not. Pretty chill, actually. All right, so let's talk more about why did this do this? Hold on a second here. Okay, it's fine now. That's weird. Oh yeah, I definitely get a thank you, Mac the Knight. This is my okay. Who read the ACOTAR series? Do I know my birth card? I don't know what that means. I don't know that I know that. I might just not know that's what it's called. Did any of you read the ACOTAR, A Court of Thorn and Roses series? No, no one. Thanks, Lindsay. Obsessed with ACOTAR. This is my Amran inspired crown. I feel like if Amran was a sign, it'd be a Leo. I feel like I relate to her. Yeah, my friend Kat, if you go back and watch that show, Mystic Mind Design, she had actually made this as an ACOTAR series. Check it out. And it's like Night Court. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I wanted the Illyrian one, the Night Court Illyrian, but it sold before I could get it. Yeah. So I love my crown, and I got a few. And she's making me a French fry crown. I know. You guys want to see it up close again? How amazing is this? And these are probably the best. She's the best at what she does. I'm telling you. This is so well put together. And I forget there were some of you in here. Do you guys remember what something about grandmother stones? I forget what these are called. The purple's not amethyst. It's heavier than my others. But not by much. Like here's my Outlander inspired. Outlander Scottish Irish laurel wreath. Here's my big Leo energy. My big Leo crown. And then my Caradwin crown. It might be Lapidolite, actually, Alicia. And this one's a little heavier, but because it's got so much on it, but it still doesn't bother me. Golden Healer might be it might be the yellow one. It's a vibe. I'm a Leo. We have our crowns. And then I've got this one also. I just call this my Tiffany's inspired crown because I like to wear this when I'm feeling bougie and Tiffany-ish. Here, let's take this off. So I do love my Tiffany crown. And actually, Kat sent me a headband to put with it so I can oh well, there we go. So I can put it on easier because it's like my head is not shaped like perfectly round metal. So she sent me the headband so I can wear it. This I just got on Amazon, by the way, but the headband keeps it on. So there's that. Yeah. So it's part of my shtick, though. It's just part of my, it's part of my shtick. You got to have a gimmick, right? Okay, I'm a Leo. I have to have a gimmick. Not everybody has to have a gimmick. Thank you. But yes, so my Akatar, this is my Akatar Amarin crown. I love it. So let's talk about, let's go back to, oh, and then you've got Akatar. We could even talk about like the spring court. Man, so many missed opportunities there with that spring court. I'm just saying. My gimmick is sass. Yes, Nicole, and you rock it too. I love it. Someday I'm going to be famous. I'm going to be like the crown medium. Okay, that's kind of funny, actually. I totally made that up just now. Yes, keep tapping the screen. Let's get to 20,000, you guys. And it's 11:11. Thank you, Yessie, by the way. All right, let's talk about how are we going to cleanse our personal spaces? How are we going to cleanse our personal space? Oh, that was not a ghost, I promise. That was just Buzz. Just thinking you should make a video of all those crowns. Yeah, every time I get one, I do a video reveal. I do a video reveal. Well, will my Happy Meal come with extra fries? Oh my God. You guys, oh my God. Who is that? Oh, who are you? We are besties now. I don't know. Will they come with extra fries? I wonder if this person knows my thing or if they just happen to come across my feed. Too funny. Too funny. Okay, good. All right. Well, I don't know since you don't have a picture or anything. So I love it. Thank you for coming in and like making my whole day. I know, right? Impeccable. Take out the apples for 2 fries. Thank you for making my whole day. That made my entire like existence right now. Anyway, let's talk about how we're going to clean our energies, our physical spaces. What are we going to do? So what are little things you can do? So even just laundry, doing your laundry, right? Getting out your spring stuff that's been hanging or shoved in a drawer somewhere that maybe you haven't touched and get it out, start washing and drying it, getting it hung up, getting it ready for spring for the first nice day. You're not like pulling out some wrinkled garbage that you're like, well, I'm going to wear it anyway. Ooh, that's a good one, Nicole. Deleting the emails. Oh my gosh, I stress out my business partner because she's like, why do you have so many emails? I'm like, because I'm too lazy to just delete the hundreds that come in every day, all the spam emails. And she's like, there's a way to get around that. I'm like, we're not going to talk about it. Mm-mm. So what else are we going to do? So deleting emails, that's a great way to clear your physical space. You created a new email. Okay, that's hilarious, Angel. That is hilarious. I mean, I've done that. Sort of releasing things that don't serve you anymore. Okay, but what does that look like? Like, what does that mean in your physical space? So does that mean like you clean out the refrigerator? 2,000 emails just last night. Work emails are beyond organized, but my personal, nope, I feel that. I'm off for these 12 weeks. I'm going to scan all my old family pictures. Yes, that's a great one. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. Okay. What else? You crack me up, Lucas. Decluttering. Okay, but be specific, Yessie. Because if we go on decluttering, where are we going to start? Do 2022's taxes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know what's funny? Do you know what started me wearing my tiaras? Do you guys remember? None of you may even remember any of this because I don't know that you've known me this long. I think my crowd has completely turned over. Is that I started wearing a tiara to do my taxes. I was like, and I'm not taking it off until I'm done. And it was just like a little ballet tiara. And that's how the whole crown obsession started. No kidding. Paperwork, clothes, decluttering home. Okay. Cleaning basement so that I can do classes there. Yes. Oh, Yessie, that's a good idea. Actually, I'm going to challenge you even further. Not just just cleaning up the basement, but I want you to create your own little sanctuary. So you've got a background and everything. So people know that that is your space. And that's your sacred space. Yeah. Because when you start doing readings for people, just saying. By the way, Yessie's a fantastic medium. She doesn't own that yet. But yeah, create your fun little safe space. All right. What about cleaning out your underwear drawer, sock drawer, match your socks? Seriously, pick one task. If you get overwhelmed by things, pick one task. Another thing that I used to have these friends back when my kids were little, I went on like Yahoo groups. Who remembers Yahoo groups? I joined a Yahoo group that was called Messy Mamas. And it was all about bragging to each other about every little thing that we did. We would set the timer for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, whatever we all collectively decided if we were cleaning that day, right? And we would set the timer for 10 minutes and be like, all right, I'm going to go focus on the dishes. So for 10 minutes, I was only in there doing dishes and I'd come back and talk about all I got done in that 10 minutes. Now, if we did like longer ones, I'm going to power clean the living room. Okay. Setting the timer. I'm going to focus on the living room. We'd come back and be like, okay, cool. I fluffed the cushions. I picked up the dirty laundry. I dusted the ceiling fan, everything and we're like, woo, woo, like high five each other and supporting each other because it was women supporting women and like appreciating all the things that literally no one else was going to give a shit about. My kids weren't going to, it was just the expectation. Start a bonfire and get rid of all of it. That's also a great way to kick off spring. What are you doing? Bonfire in my living room. The ceiling fan. If you guys have allergies, start from the top down. Ceiling fan. Get one of those extender poles if you need to, right? Clear everything from the top down. The cobwebs out of the corner. But set your timer. And then text someone and brag that you just spent 10 minutes and you got the ceiling fan cleaned, you got the cobwebs out of the corners cleaned, you fluffed your cushions, you picked up dirty laundry out of that probably belonged to somebody else, and maybe straightened the table. What else can you do as we kick off spring equinox to start clearing your physical space? How can you do that? What else can you guys do? What else are you doing besides just cleaning? What else can you do? That is, by the way, getting my summer clothes out is one of my favorite things to do, like rotating my shelves. Because I have shelves in my closet. So I'll have like the heavy duty sweaters, all that stuff's about to go up top. And we'll have my lightweight sweaters, my layered stuff. Air filters. Yes. Oh shit. That air filters. That's something I need to do. I'm going to write that down actually. Or I need to go purchase air filters. Like my husband just refilled the salt in the salt. Good morning, Cindy. I did get your text message, but I was so sick, either sick or traveling when you messaged me, and I haven't got back to you. Sorry. Health and time management. Okay, so what are you doing, Michelle, on that health and time management? What can you do today to take steps in that direction? Oh, Amy's drinking more water. Yes, flushing out that body. Correct. Good, 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 good. Making Florida water. Ooh, I love that. Yard sale, what you didn't want no more. That's right. Ooh, good, Mary. Yeah, yard sale. How do you declutter? And as you pull stuff out, put a price tag on it and then set aside a date. Plan that yard sale. I do not have the bandwidth for a yard sale. When my kids were little, I did because I was able to sell a lot of stuff and make good money. Now, nobody wants the stuff that I have. Not enough for me to do a whole yard sale on it. Decluttering is the best. Yes. Pick that junk drawer. You know, the drawer. I have like 6 of those drawers, unfortunately. It's just how I roll. But man, when I go all in, I go all in. Is it nice enough you could put your patio furniture out yet? Dust off the cushions. What else? I'm getting my lashes done today. That's my personal space. I know on here it looks like I have lashes because of the filter. See? Plant seeds. Ooh, that's a good one. But also, Kelly, are you coming to see me this weekend? Are you driving up to Akron to see me? You should. So those are all little things that we can do to freshen up our physical space. Donate and assume it will come back when I'm in need. Yes, I do. I donate stuff all the time. I'd rather do that than a yard sale all day long. And a lot of times I will actually give stuff to, oh, good one, Mary. Dust the back of your internet, computer, TV, fan. Yes. Good one. That's a really good one, especially as much as we're all on our technology. So one thing I do, and this is something maybe you guys can do, our schools, we're getting ready to have the education department defunded and dismantled, right? Our schools are going to be in trouble. And there's going to be a lot of kids who, I know, like my daughter is an E&L teacher. She gets a lot of kids who are here from other countries. They're in the, English is a new language classes. They're integrating, but a lot of them came from countries where they didn't need clothes that we need here in Indiana. So when I clean out my closet, I'm like, okay, do I have jackets? I have coats. I have sweatshirts. I don't send them junk by any means, but stuff that would benefit either them or their parents. I donate that to the school. They actually have a closet there at the school so the kids can come and get clothing if they need it. And also, remember, girls, remember when we were younger and in high school and like we would have like issues and we would need to change our pants halfway through the day, but our parents were working. So we just had to put a sweatshirt around our waist because there were no extra pants. Yeah. So I donate my leggings that I don't use anymore or that I shrunk out of. So I've lost like 45 pounds. Did y'all know that? So I donate. I donate to people that I know that need it. When Padge used to have safety pins, yes, I do remember that. And I was very excited when, I think we were at the tail end of that though. Like there were safety pins, but then like there was that transition happening as I started that glorious time where they would have, I remember the transition from pins, safety pins to adhesive. Yeah. All right. So now let's talk about ways we can connect with spring. How do we connect to nature more? Let's talk about nature. How are we connecting to nature? Okay, what can you do? Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you. How are we connecting to nature? What can you do? I have a plant upstairs that somebody gave me as a gift, and it hasn't died yet. I might water it. I might water it. I don't know. Walking, okay. Go play in the creek. Ooh, that's a good one. It's still like for some people, it's still cold. It's still snowy. Energetically clear objects within our physical space. Yes, Kara. Yes, yes, yes. You know, some people like to do sage. Yeah, maybe we sage your house, right? Actually, that's a good idea. Now that I'm sitting here, I could sage my space. I do love me some sage. If I knew where is, there it is. Let's sage while I'm sitting here talking about it. What else? Talk with your trees. Yeah, Angel, you're really good about getting out in nature and doing yard work and stuff like that. Planet, good foods. Ooh, yes, good foods. I need to actually probably, I can't wait till the farmers market starts back up because I really do want to support local businesses and have fresh food. Yeah, the snow is legit, man. Luckily, we don't have snow right now, just tornadoes. What else? So I'm clearing my crown, clearing my microphone, clearing all you, my computer, all the things, clearing all the things. I love it. Oh, is she? Remember that TikTok that went around for a while? Like, with the mom saging and the kids are like, I can't breathe. And she's like, I bet you can't, you demons. Yes, I love Palo Santo. And actually, I was thinking I have some Palo Santo. But where is it? I love some Palo Santo. Let's see, it's over here. I had some. Somebody gave me some actually. But where is it? I must have taken it upstairs because I don't see it. Ouch. Oh, my knees. Woo. No, I don't see my Palo Santo. But yeah, that's another good one. Walking somewhere, feel the vibes, walking somewhere, and thought came to mind. Look into, oh, yes. Yeah, I bet you do. Sending you all the good juju, Jen. So, how are we connecting to nature? How are we clearing? Oh, sage, rosemary, lavender, Palo Santo, pine, rose, juniper, all the cleansing herbs for smudging. Yes, all those cleansing herbs. Palo Santo, sage, and incense. It's amazing. Oh, I bet that is good. Actually, what do I have right here? What's in this one? This is pine and balsamic. Is that? No way it says balsamic. It is. Oh, nice. I forgot how much I like this one. But this is winter. This is winter. Oh, that's a good one, Kelly. Okay, can I just show you what I have my candle sitting in? When I say it's a vibe, it's a vibe. Barefoot outside the ground. That's a good one, Amy. Yeah. Could make your own, like trim back your rosemary. Oh, that's a good one. I actually thought about doing like, it's Lorinda-fied. Yes, it is. I thought I had other candles here. Let me see what else I have. I thought I have like another spring candle. What is this? Twisted peppermint. That's winter. What else? I don't have any more candles down here. What the heck? Oh, I've got a champagne. I'm going to grab my other one. I'll be right back. Champagne toast. It's my favorite. Yep, I've got Champagne Toast, Bath and Body Works. Oh, I love this one. That is a really good one. Now I need to clip. I gotta clip my wicks because these are long. We're gonna burn some candles in the space. We've had our sage, and I've got Florida water here too, but it tends to like irritate my allergies. So, what else are we doing to cleanse our physical, our not physical space, but like to connect to nature and connect our energy and clear our space? Mine's not homemade. Mine is totally purchased. I probably should have it homemade. Oh, I do too. Oh, thank you, Kim. Thank you. I'm actually going to be going, you guys, I'm going to be missing 2 weeks of Spirit Signs and Sips, by the way. The first and second Thursday in April, because I'm going to be in Italy for a few days, and then I'm going to be in France for like in Bordeaux, France, drinking wine. We're going on like you prepay it and like this whole tour with a bunch of people that we really like. I'm so excited for this trip. I can't stand it. It's been in the works for 2 years. And we went on a trip 2 years ago to southern France. But if I don't come back, oh yes, Marissa. Oh yes. Oh my gosh, that's a great idea, Kara. You know what? Actually, so Kara over in YouTube said we grab trash bags for our walks and pick up litter we find along the way. When my kids were little, we actually did that a couple of times. And it just made them more mindful of their environment, you know. You're coming to stay with me. Okay, come on. It's fine. No problem. Honey, Jen's joining us. So yeah, we're going to go to Rome and then Florence, and then we're taking a train from Florence to Bordeaux. It's not out yet. I'm actually one of the beta testers. And actually I just got my notification saying that I can do a test flight now. So I've downloaded the first thing that I need to do, but I was traveling when I got that. I was actually sick when I got it, and then I was traveling. So that's actually on my list of things to do today is to get all set up with the test flight and be a beta tester for Neptune. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. Yeah, it won't come out on Android until summer, I think. Yeah. So I'm excited for Neptune. I'm excited to see I love their philosophy. I love them as people. I think it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Yep. All right. So also, you guys want to see what I do now for my show? Like I'm trying to be legit, people. I'm seriously trying to be legit here because someday I'm going to have my own, like this is my own show, right? And so ChatGPT, I was like, hey, give me 10 talking points for Spring Equinox for a spiritual talk show. And it did. And then it gave me dialogue. I kid you not. It was cool. I love ChatGPT. So let's talk about how you all feel when how many of you are energetically affected by the changing of the guards for the changing of the seasons? How many of you feel like you are affected energetically? Like some people they're feelers, like they're clairsentient, right? They feel the energy around. That Mac the Knight's like, yep, that's me. That's me. You get sleepy, interesting. So it kinda drains you. Okay, yeah, Kelly, that doesn't surprise me about you at all. You feel the collective energy. 100% affected. Okay, yep. Who else? Anybody over here in the YouTube, Facebook world, or Instagram? All one person watching? Um, yep. And now let me ask you this, how does it affect you? How? Like, do you feel it, like, tingly? Do you feel crazy? Do you feel all of the above? I don't know. Hi, Heather. Hi, sister. How do you feel like you are affected by it? Like, I get like I'm ready to throw everything away when the seasons change. I kind of the same thing, Lindsay. I do get that weird feeling of let's clean it all out. I like will change the sheets on the bed, everything. I feel drained with any change in the atmosphere, sometimes headaches or anxious. Oh gosh, okay. Shelley saying crazy for sure. Oh, we're talking about spring equinox because tomorrow's first day of spring, Heather. And so we're talking about people who are affected by that change. Do you feel that shift in energy? I don't, other than like I don't physically feel it, um, unless it's cold one day and it's warm the next. And today it's just gray and gross out, to be honest. Ostara is coming. Oh wait, I don't know what that is. I feel like I should look that up. Um, yeah, I think that's kind of how it is in general, to be honest. Like across most of the country, it's just cold and like one day and pagan holiday with spring. Oh, okay. I've got to get smarter about these things, but I'm just so busy learning other things. You know what I did? I reached out to a place that teaches French to adults, and I'm like, hey, I want to take a class. I can't add it to my plate right now, but when I have my new schedule for August for the new dance season, I'm like, that will be what I learn next year. I'm going to learn French. I've studied um, Latin and I took Spanish like when I was in school, like 100 years ago. And with my ballet training, I love the French language. Ma oui, my oui. Is that my oui? Well, see, and then I get confused between like Spanish accents and French accents in pronunciation. But I loved Latin because it was the base of those languages. It's also the same time my person passed. Anxious, ready to get out of the yes, I get that. Good luck. I've heard it's hard. I'm actually not too bad at it. I know, right? They could cuss me out and I'd be like, that's pretty. So true. 15 years ballet. Oh, that's awesome. What state, what area was your grandmother from? I love that. I'm a dance teacher. I own a dance studio. So much other than good riddance to winter. Yes, I feel that, Heather. Peace out. Yeah, it is kind of dreary out, isn't it, Kylie? I thrive in spring too, Cindy. Actually, I do best in summer, but I love spring because it's an opportunity to figure out what direction I'm going to go. And Virginia and Pennsylvania a lot. Okay, very cool. I love that. Ballet, I had hips and boobs by like 6th grade. Ballet was not in my I studied ballet. I went to college for dance. Yeah, see, I was never meant to be a ballerina. Tap dance, I am strong, and tap dancers have to be strong. What's on my head? You like my crown, Heather? Mhm. It's my Ameren crown. Exhausted, anxiety for Kara. Yep, that all makes sense, you guys, with this changing of the guards of going from winter into spring, everybody's affected differently. Some people, it's just a mental effect, right? We're like, oh, thank God, let's get this out of here, right? Let's clear the cobwebs out. Let's clear the energy, clear the space. Let's get the sun out. For me, it's I want to go clean up my motorcycle. I'm ready to get out on the motorcycle. Now that my knee is healing up, I should be out on the motorcycle this summer. Last year, I hurt my shoulder in January and I never got it. Like I just could, it took forever to go through physical therapy and chiropractor to get it back to where it should be, where I felt comfortable getting on the motorcycle. By the time I did that, I hurt my knee. So I haven't been on my motorcycle riding for over a year, which for a motorcycle rider, that's unheard of. You just don't do that. I told her as well, and she still got in the ballet. Oh, I love that. I love that for your grandma. Your mother's rearranging the house. Yep. Yep. Constantly having to ground yourself, Kara. I get that too. So, all right, let's see what's left. What's left on my list here. Ooh, symbolism of spring animals and nature, rabbits, fertility, abundance. Better not be any fertility up in here. Just wondering. Okay. Rejuvenated, thrive in spring, deep clean. Yep, yep. Oh, I already read that. Do y'all see that? Do y'all catch that? Do y'all catch that? So anyway, one of the suggested things was the suggested list was talking about animals and butterflies and transformation. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. It is dreary out. So that is true. We start seeing more birds. Now, how many of you have loved ones on the other side that come through? When they show up, it's it's your loved one, but it's an animal or a bird or something like that. How many of you experience that? Thank you, Roger. I know they are. Starlings for you. Okay. Yeah. What kind of signs do you guys get? I still get oranges from my guides, and I almost feel them laughing in the background when I see them. Who knew that people like grown men wearing shirts full of oranges is a thing? I saw it in the Caymans, and I was like, I saw what you did there. And I had a little laugh with my guides. Birds, dragonflies, and butterflies. Yeah. Yeah, oranges. It's from the book. It's a reference from the book Signs by Dr. Laura Lynn Jackson. It's the whole first chapter. And I jokingly said, okay, spirit, let's make it oranges. Ha, 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 ha. And that's all I saw. And now that's their little mic drop for me is oranges. The hawk is watching you. It could be. Robins for Jen. Cardinals and blue jays for Heather. Yeah. I got exactly what I asked for. Ooh, songs are another one. Yes, songs are big for me, especially being a dance teacher. And to me, that is part of clairaudience. Fun fact. Is not everybody gets things like animals. They might get music as a sign from their loved ones. Eagles, cardinal, hummingbird. Yes. Bird, you would believe. Bees. Yes. Frogs. Here's your sign. I've got a frog on my back. I can't see it. You can't see it here. I have a frog right here. When the dragonflies congregate in the summer, it feels like a family reunion. Oh, I love that, Roger. Native plants show up in your yard that you didn't plant. I love that, Lulu. Very cool. Hello, my honey. That's exactly what I have on my back when I talk to my people in heaven. Yes, music is huge, you guys. So maybe that's a way that you cleanse your space also. If you go on Spotify, YouTube, there's free versions of these songs. You could actually do music that is space cleansing, clearing your energy through frequency. How many of you do that? I do that occasionally, actually. Before I'm getting ready to do channeling, before I'm getting ready to do like deep meditative work or deep trance channeling, I will actually put on music, like the megahertz music that's for energy cleansing with frequency. Yeah. But yeah, you can find those on free in numerous places. And those will come up. And you can be like energy cleansing music, frequency music, and it'll come up and just play it around your house. Just let it play. While you're gone, you could let it play. And it energetically will change your space. Owls, your mom, cardinals, my in-laws, butterflies and feathers. Yes, I love that. Yeah, I get them on YouTube. I'll do them on YouTube or on Spotify. Actually, here, let's do some energy cleansing. Oh my gosh, why did I think about this before? Here we go. Miracle frequency music is what I follow on Spotify. 741 hertz frequency, remove negative energy, cleansing aura. Let's play that. We'll cleanse your space. My kids get pennies from their grandpa, but has to be heads up. I feel that. Like, I won't pick them up unless they're heads up. I'll flip them for the next person. Butterflies for Holly. Oh, I love that, Heather. I love that. Feathers. Oh my goodness. Some dude from another country is offering to have me co-host. What the fuck these people do anyway? Oh, see, I gotta clean up my mouth. That's what I need to do. Never gonna happen. Killing me. So we've got you can play your music, play your frequency music. And you know what? Maybe it's disco music for you today. Maybe you're playing Stay Alive, right? Use that throat chakra. That's what I do. Today's a throat chakra day. We're clearing out the cobwebs from the throat because I haven't used my voice recently. It's not White Claw. That'd be funny though, wouldn't it? No, it's my Celsius. Mr. Carr found my favorite flavor. He's been on a personal mission to find this since I said it was my favorite. The man does a lot of annoying things, but he's pretty on point about a lot of things. Like when I say Celsius watermelon lemonade sparkling is my favorite, suddenly he will make it his personal mission every time he goes to the grocery to get more. So I give him that credit. All right, so let's go back to talking about Spring Equinox. Now, the spiritual gateway and messages from nature, thin veil, heightened spiritual energy. Many believe the equinox is a time when the veil between the worlds is thinner, making it perfect for spirit communication and mediumship. What do y'all think about that? Oh, thank you, Chrissy. You are insanely complimentary. So what do you guys think about that? About the veil being thinner at the transition of the seasons? Yeah, what do you think? Absolutely. Yeah. So what if when you do your little imagery moment where you close your eyes and you're standing in your field, you're watching the sun come up on spring equinox, you're hearing the birds, you're seeing the butterflies, you're feeling the bees buzzing around your ears because they're pollinating the flowers. What if you embody the words that expand you spiritually? What words What word would you choose to embody for your spiritual expansion? I think I would even honestly, like, as I'm tuning into the energy of the sun coming up on the horizon, even imagine myself just clearing away all the cobwebs, right? Triumph, that's a good one. Imagine that we're clearing away those cobwebs. Amy, you feel more okay during this time. But how are we thinning that veil? Okay. What if we imagine that we've had this screen over us, right? This screen that's kept things kind of blurry because it's kept us, we've been inward. We've been turning inward for 3 months, right? So how are we stepping out of that? We're lifting that filter that we forgot was there. Okay. As we're lifting that veil and expanding, what word are we embracing that helps us with that energetic expansion, that connection to spirit, to our guides, to our loved ones? Because we can all communicate with them. We can all do the work. What word are you guys using? What word are you embracing? What feeling are you embracing? Just say it, Mac. Be the trendsetter. Because it might kick off other people going, ooh, I hadn't thought of that word, so let's go down that route. Depends on how open someone is to it. That's true. Gratitude. So true. That didn't even cross my mind. Ready. Ooh, I like that one. Hi, Cambria. Hear trees, feel ground. Okay. What word are you embodying? Gratefulness. That's a great one. Tranquility. Ooh, that's a good one too. Tranquility. Truth. Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh. Because as we lift a veil, we're taking away that dustiness, that, like sometimes you don't even realize that you're not seeing the beauty of the outdoors because you forget you have a screen in your window, right? So you open it up, you open your window, but there's still a screen there, right? So as we're lifting that veil, connect, reflection, mindful. What else? What other words are you connecting to as you watch the sun come up on that field and you want to lift the veil and connect to the other side? What word are you embodying? Peace. Good one. Prosperity. Ooh, yes. Okay. Relaxation. Oh, dude, get out of here. I need that guy to go away. Hang on. I'm like, I need to block somebody, but now I can't. How do I do that? Dude, get out. Scam, spam. And blocked. Oh no, I just lost my Instagram live feed. That's not good. So it turns out when you block people, you lose your feed. That's weird. Serenity, reconstruction. Okay, there it is. I found it. All right, cool. I had to fix that. I know, right? Well, some dude popped into Instagram, was like, I'm from India. I do Akashic Records, and then like dropped a link. I'm like, peace out, buddy. I don't think so. All right, let me catch back up here. Peace and hope. All right. From Heather over there. Reconstruction, focus, rejuvenate. Oh, I love you guys are. I love that you're really embracing this this idea. Sisterhood. Ooh, I love that one, Yessie. Also, I feel like Yessie, you and I need to chat. I don't know why you did. I'm going to add you to my list of people to talk to. Okay. Release. Soul family. Ooh, I love that. Accepting. Oh, also, hi, Malachite Moon. You guys should follow Malachite Moon in Apothecary. She's funny. I like her videos. You know, like live update from the Gulf. In the bathroom at the Gulf. Powwow. Ooh, good one. Letting go. You know what I still want to do? I still want to go back to Santa Fe for more than just like a day and a half. And I want to do like a retreat there. I want to do some sort of spiritual retreat in Santa Fe. I think it'd be awesome. Oh, I get that, Heather. So it's time to let it go. Make like Frozen and let them go. They're out of here. I want you to really embrace and embody that feeling of imagining that you're standing in a field full of wildflowers that you're not allergic to. The sun's coming up on equinox. You hear the birds, you feel the warm breeze, you hear the rustling of the grass in the field, and embrace what that means with this newness. You know? So I hope you all learned something new today. Or that at least you had a few moments where you could sit back and be mindful of this change in energy and what it means. Lucidity, distinctiveness, precision. Oh, I love those, Crystal. And embracing what this transition means. And it's going to look different for everybody because we're all on different journeys, right? And don't be afraid to embrace your own journey. Like, where are you? Meet yourself where you are. Don't judge yourself for where you're not. Don't judge yourself for where you were. Okay? Be who you are right now and appreciate who you are right now and understand that oh, no way. I love that, Mac. Understand that even going back to when I was talking about my weight loss journey, so I knew I wanted to lose X amount of pounds, right? I still had to buy clothes in between my starting weight and my weight loss goal. Otherwise, I was going to be naked or just drowning in my clothes. I couldn't just live in clothes that were my goal. Like, I couldn't just hold out, right? And so I had to meet myself where I was halfway through the journey. Meet yourself today where you are. It's only March. We still have so much left of the year. Embrace this feeling of newness. What word do I use? I embody reset, refresh, reset and refresh. That's what I feel like. Because every day is a new day. Every day is a new day and a new opportunity to grow. And remember, just like when I was talking about our skin cells turnover, right? Every 4 to 6 weeks, you start a new regimen, you got to give it 4 to 6 weeks for that full skin cycle to complete, right? It's the same thing. So what are you going to do over the next 4 to 6 weeks to lift that veil, to embody that change, and to step into that new clear energy of newness, of a reset, a refresh, and allowing yourself to say goodbye and honor what you just did for yourself the last 3 months with the winter solstice. What did you do over winter? Honor that. Honor what you've learned. Honor what you decided to let go. Honor the journey that you took within. And now that you're coming out of that and you're seeing the light, you're like, wait, oh, there's sun. I got sunglasses, right? Just listen. Yes, color and listen. I love that. Take this time to reset, re-energize, clear your space, your physical space, your mental space, your spiritual space. Okay, so take the time today and tomorrow to do that. Okay? Okay. I'm out of here because it is time for me to go get my nail. Today is like, to me, actually, today is like I didn't even mean to do it. Like I literally booked all these things today because I've got a thing going on this weekend. I got my nail appointment. I've got my lash appointment. I've got a little other appointment going on. And then I teach all night. And yeah, so it's all self-care for me today and zero guilt for any of it because I'm just taking care of me. Revitalize, invigorate. Ooh, great words. No waxing. No, I was supposed to get my waxing last week before my Cayman's trip. And I'd been like, growing the things out so I could get the waxing. And then I was sick. I missed all of my appointments last week because I was sick. So we had to hand garden to get ready for the beach. There was no gardener involved. It was me doing the work. Oh, you're welcome, Kelly. I adore you. So anyway, that's probably a little TMI, but it's okay. Have a fantastic week, you guys. I'll be back next week. Next week, we've got Miss Molly on. Miss Molly's going to be the guest, by the way. Sheescaping. That's what we're doing. Yeah, not today, though. I had to do that last week. Miss Molly's going to be on. She does a two-handed spirit drawing. She's a finder of lost items. You guys know Miss Molly. I hope you do. If you don't, you should follow her. She has a whole extra account that's deck dancing. She and her husband are awesome. I actually got to meet her a year ago. And when I went to Florida, I got to see her and hang out with her for the day. It was amazing. I love her, adore her. So make sure you're setting your calendar, your alarm to be able to know that next week, and I'll start doing some advertisement for her for this week as well. And it sounds like we're going to have my friend Krista on, and we're going to get Nicole Intuitive booked. So I've got a bunch of people coming up. I'm super excited about it. Spring's going to be pretty awesome. And I appreciate you guys hanging out, and hopefully you learned something new today. Yeah, go clear your spaces, and happy spring equinox. And I will see you all next week for sure. All right. Thank you all. Mwah. Bye, friends.